Do you recognize all this stuff? This is all the stuff that came out of the buttery. And it's on these shelves that are those basic metal shelves. You can pick them up all over the place. They're usually about, I don't know, $100 or so. They're pretty tall. I'd say they're about 6 feet tall. And on them, I have all of these really cool items. And you know, in a way, it's a juxtaposition because these shelves are highly modern and industrial. And yet on them, I've got all this old stuff. So let's just kind of look at what's up there. We've got that cabbage scraper thing, cabbage cutter. And in front of that is one of those grain scoops that has some dried flowers in it from this fall. And then I ended up throwing things on there. This is a really cool little thing that goes on a cabinet, but I threw it up there to give it some age. Basically, anything I have that's country is sitting up here. So you can see we've got my 2 butter churns on top of each other. And then way up here, now guys, this is like 10, 12 feet up in the air. I've got all my old stuff just sitting there. Coming down. We actually have the lights behind there, and they make these 4 things glow. These are really cute. I got these at Woodstock Country Shop, and they're just old ball jars filled with some dried, I think these are limes, and these are oranges, these are apples, and I don't even know what that is, but it looked cool. And then old boxes. And in the middle of this, I have things that I actually use. Here are my collection of old Crocs, a few of them. And then right next to that, I've got the flower, the different flowers. And then coming down, we start to get a little bit more utilitarian. So sitting on this side, I have my Splatterbird plates. And then here is a microwave, which surprisingly enough we never use. It was in the barn for a while, but here it is, and it fits really nicely there. And then we have that in with more Crocs. And the great thing about doing this is you can actually be a little messy and a little pantry-like and still make the look work for you. So we've got the old boxes that we hide some things in, and you know, we can put the tea towels hanging down. And then over here I have another really just cute motif display of just a bunch of stuff, right? And I'm not sure why that's there. That should probably be in the box, but it looks really old and cool. And I've got this really cool broom that I bought on Etsy. And then down under, more woodenware, and then I start to stuff things in there. So see back there, I've got my spices, but I've got them hidden behind a towel. And then over here, I've got another thing of spices, and it's just messy and gross, but I hid it in a towel. In fact, this whole shelf is full of actually practical items that we use all the time, but they're hidden in baskets and towels. And on the bottom, we've got a lot of our regular big supplies that we use, like crock pots and things like that. And then here, more storage, and then some of my gourds. So what I did on this was mix things that were just old and interesting with other things that I needed to store. So I'm really loving this. It's kind of crazy, and I'm not going to leave it here forever, but I wanted some more storage space. I did not have the money to buy anything to put on that wall, so I simply went in the basement and used what I had. And you know what? It really works. I'm going to take you on another little tour. So right here, this is the fabric that I picked up at Walmart, and I used it both in the tavern and I used it here in the kitchen, and it just gives us a little more privacy. But I love that gold. It gives it kind of a pop. I went ahead and in the kitchen I had my curtains that were more of a tan, and these are more of an antique white, and so I just switched them out and put them in here. So that was super fun. And I always have this hanging there to just put squashes and other things in. And then here I've got a mirror to reflect what's going on. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's kind of a bird cage, lantern-y looking thing. I picked it up last year. Really love that. And of course, I've got some tulips in here. Just kind of fun. One thing that we've had going on here ever since the fall, and I haven't changed it, is this little mound of hay where we put our eggs. I love our little eggs. Aren't they cute? From our little creatures. And then up here too, I haven't changed this since the fall, but I really love it. Just how everything just looks so country, so primitive and handy. Then on the top shelf in the spring, I've got my tulips up there, and I put my little smiley face mug. But else, everything's the same. And it kind of ties the other part of the room into this part. Coming over here, we've got the fresh baked bread sign that I always use. And again, this is very utilitarian. I keep things for my smoothies on here, some jams, and you know, I mean, I think a kitchen should look used. This is where we keep our bowls. Recently I got some green ones at the Dollar Tree, and they kind of complement the green sign, and I like it. Things are always changing and yet staying the same, and that really works for me. This is the functional kitchen, guys. After we cook a meal, this is what it looks like. And I love my chandelier from Brimfield Antiques. So it's been beautiful the last few weeks. So we did go ahead and set up our outdoor area. Now obviously this is the bare bones of the outdoor area. We've got our love seats all from Lowe's that I got on clearance one year. And then last year Tom made this table. I really love it. And it's over this very nice outdoor rug that we picked up at Ocean State Job Lot last year. And it just grounds the space, makes it look really wonderful. Of course, as the weather gets nicer, we'll have umbrellas out here, and we'll have a table out here. And we're only 2 weeks out from Easter, and it's about time to start setting that up because we might have Easter dinner out here. And then we've got our little bird feeders, which is really fun to watch the birds come and eat there. They perch in that little bush. But what really excites me about what's going on out here, first of all, that I'm out here in my stocking feet, but check out the crocuses. Now, guys, the garden is bad. We have to clean it. Usually we go in and we do that all in the fall. But this fall, because of my surgery, a lot of things didn't get done. But that's not keeping the crocuses from coming up. Aren't they beautiful?